What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live, back again, following up the previous video about how to wake up, how to start your day off, calming your mind. It's just a continuation of that. To be honest, I remember the neighbor coming over here, so I felt like stopping the video. Anyways, so I guess, this is just a continuation of it, to be real with y'all. Like, I'm experiencing on my voyage, my journey. Like, we gotta really know ourselves and really have an amazing memory and awareness of patterns, common sense, and the laws of life, to be real with y'all. The laws of life. And so many of us have been disobeying the laws of life for so long. And I say that about myself, to be honest. I'll take 100% responsibility. And that's why I'm grateful to be reminded that, hey, it's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon. It's not a quick fix. It's not instant gratification. And to be honest, we learn a lot of that, especially when we begin to improve our nutrition and become vegan, plant-based living, because that's simplification itself, and that's the way of nature, to be honest, literally. So that's what I'm learning about this. We'll get the same experiences over and over and over again, and like deep down, to be honest, the best way for us to be real true with ourselves is when we're still feeling, hurt, when we're still feeling like we can still do better, when we're still feeling like there's still some room for improvement, which is always, literally. I'm just saying, for, I guess, this particular level or whatever challenge or obstacle you're going through, and it may still be stirring you up inside your spirit, your mind, your heart, or whatever, and it's still stuck with you, or you're having relationship difficulties and y'all had some arguments, or you're single and you're feeling real lonely and you're not working on yourself, or I don't know, there's a lot of different scenarios. I'm just saying, my journey is, usually when your momentum is serving you and, you're truly, really consistently improving yourself, then you're moving in alignment, you know what I'm saying? And words, actions are cool, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I promise, it's not even a promise, don't even believe me. Do it for yourself, and then you'll realize, it's an inside working, and it's honestly a blessing. It's difficult to understand or realize, and at the same time, it's a blessing, because for those of us who actually catch on to that and who actually understand this power, this detail, this rare asset, this gift of empathy, of feeling, of knowing our own emotions and self and feelings, it can serve us in the long run. And that's what I've noticed with this whole thing, in life. You gotta be the part to play the role, So that's what it is. It's just bouncing back, Shout out to Big Sean, bounce back. Like, that's the motto, That's the motto. It doesn't mean you gotta keep messing up over and over again. It's just, you gotta know how to surf in this world, in this life, riding the waves. So that's what I've been learning. And you learn how to fall, You learn how to gracefully fall instead of constantly getting yourself falling off into a bunch of rocks on the side of the shore or eaten by a bunch of sharks. So you learn how to gracefully come off of your surfboard into the water and walk back to shore and get back on the surfboard, And that's a big lesson. It's deep, but it's real. It's deep and it's real. That's what I've learned. The higher and the higher we go, the fewer some people will understand. And the higher and higher, like, responsibility and impact we have on people. And that's why it's important for us to stay in our true element, our true character, our truth, our peace, just throughout life. Because if we carry on some of our losses, some of our disagreements, some of our struggles, challenges, anger, misunderstandings, arguments, fights, from maybe another part of our life, our love life, family, work, school, if we're like just crossing all this around and spreading it around real messy, a messy way of expression and just dumping our emotions out on random people who weren't there when we developed these lower emotions, feelings, vibes, it's like we're taking the trash out on them, and that's not right. So what I'm realizing is it's just a daily inner working. And yeah, those closest to us really are aware of what we're going through and know that too, because we're all going through some things and nobody knows exactly what's going through everybody's mind and all that stuff. People can judge, people can assume, people can make generalizations about people's stuff, scenarios, but at the end of the day, when we're truly, really working on our inward experience, on us really becoming healthier internally and focusing to, live inwardly, we're not so really focused on what everybody else is doing. Because when we have that strength and that focus to work from the inside out, and we're healthy, we're finally healed up, then we're able to use that focus to, use other tools to help us with building up our platforms or our dream, our vision, our desire, whatever it is. They stay on track. It's a long run. I'm saying it to y'all, it's a long run. And it's a big awakening. It's a big wake-up call, And deep down, we can just hope and dream and plan and pursue and act in a way that we will make it, and that the universe has some amazing gifts and blessings for us in exchange for our work on ourselves, our provision for humanity and the community, all of that stuff. So it's deep, it is deep. People can talk about deep this, deep that. It really is. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It's got to be for you, yourself, not for anybody else. And it for sure isn't instant gratification. I'll say that for sure. It's definitely a marathon process, a long run process, and we'll be reminded that every single day until we get our wind and our speed up and our conditioning up to understand and realize that it's a marathon, and that's what I'm going through day by day. It's understanding not having our feelings and emotions tangled up and, crossed and everything, complications. It's learning how to be mature. It's learning how to, it's learning yourself, like what you want out of life. Being consistent, not changing our mind every second in a way that doesn't serve us. You know what I mean? I'm speaking about uncertainty. I'm speaking about guessing games. I'm speaking about switching lanes, switching sides. This marathon, we realize that stability is key. Stability is an amazing quality for us to embody and experience and provide. So that's what I'm working towards, is stability and consistency and maturity, honestly. It's an inner experience, and hopefully for those that can understand, y'all understand, for real. Because, like they say, the truth can't be told, it has to be realized. It's true. It's very true. Words can only take us so far, to be honest. Words can only take us so far. They help. It's just having both together can really be amazing. To be aware of our actions and our surroundings and connecting that with meaningful words and conversations, then we're able to create a picture in someone's head, to walk them through the experience, where it's like they're in the experience themselves when they weren't even there. That's a true gift. How many of y'all have that gift where you're amazing at sharing your voyage on planet Earth, your experiences and whatnot, and people, instead of them being on their phone, or instead of them not listening, they're following through and they're sharing the moments with you while you're just sharing it with them. So that's the point I'm making. I know I'm getting deep and I'm going all over the place. It's just hopefully some of y'all can resonate with the message and understand where I'm coming from, because that's the best thing I gotta say, to be real. My homie Michas, my brother Michas, my mentor Michas, he'll say some of the greatest empires in the world have fallen due to lust and greed. And that speaks for itself, to be real with y'all. It speaks a lot. Just leaving that out there. So if any of y'all find your difficult ways in life and stuff, just consider that. Consider that. And yeah, that's what I have to say, to be honest. We gotta figure it out for ourselves. It's inside of us, It's inside of us. We know better, so we have to do better. So that's why I'm realizing I can only hope and pray and work towards this, and hope and provide actions and produce actions that will manifest more of my reality coming true, more of stability, more peace of mind, and consistency. That's it. Not to be questioning, or not to be so trouble-minded and so stuck in overthinking. Still learning, always, every day, having that instilled within us, and at the same time having a harmony to where we're not ruminating, overthinking, and to where we're actually moving forward in life. So that's what to say about that. We gotta be solid within ourselves first. Real talk. Sometimes we gotta learn the hard way. And hopefully that hard way can transform into in the most ultimate blessing from the universe. That we did something that is unpopular, uncommon, you know, against the grain. Hopefully, we will be handsomely rewarded, is what I'm saying about that. But yeah, we gotta be solid within ourselves. We gotta learn from those patterns. Gotta connect the dots and learn from those patterns, you know? Because otherwise, the same experiences, similar experiences will continue to happen over and over and over again. And nah, I don't know it all. I'm just sharing what is aiding me along this voyage I'm traveling upon called life. So, that being said, it will all work out. Even though there's highs and lows, we're really cultivating patience and work on ourselves. Just have that sense within yourself that it will work out because we chose to produce the actions that will make it work out. It's your boy Sky, broadcasted live